Welcome back. There's a battle raging over milk in Karnataka. Ever since Amul announced its entry into Bangalore, opposition parties have been up in arms. They say it's a ploy to destroy the local dairy cooperative, which is called the KMF, or the Karnataka Milk Federation. The KMF sells its dairy products under the Nandini brand. So in the last couple of days, hashtags like Save Nandini and Go Back Amul have been trending on Twitter. Farmers in Karnataka have announced a protest against Amul. They will be marching from Mandya to Bangalore on April 19. Even hotels and shops across the state have promised to boycott Amul. They don't see this as the entry of a new dairy player. They see this as a direct assault on their livelihood and their regional pride. Today, Congress State President D K Shivkumar, let's put those pictures out for our viewers, visited a Nandini booth in Hassan. He bought a few products and threw his weight behind the local cooperative. Essentially, this is election season and politicians will do all they can to milk the situation. Listen in to all the political sound bites that have come in on the story so far.
ಗುಜರಾತ್ನ ಅಮೂಲು ಅದು ರೈತರದು, ನಮ್ದೇನು ತಕರಾರೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹಿಂದೆ ತಡೆದು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಪ್ರೋತ್ಸಾಹ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಹೊರಟಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ನಂದಿನಿ ನಮ್ಮೋಳು, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾಲು, ನಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ರೈತರು. ಆದರೆ ರೈತನಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರದ ಸಹಾಯ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾಲನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದೆ.
Mr. Pratap Simha, who absolutely has no liking, no love towards Karnataka and Kannadiga farmers, can really make a statement like this. We want Amul to definitely prosper, but where it has to prosper is not in Karnataka. Karnataka KMF which is made for the betterment of the farmers of Kannadigas, should definitely be the first choice. Pratap Simha coming and making a irresponsible statement without even analyzing the importance of the life of farmers, it really shows that Pratap Simha has shallow knowledge. He need to really grow up.
देश के होम मिनिस्टर जनाब अमित शाह ने क्या कहा था कर्नाटका में जाकर? वो जिम्मेदार आदमी है ना, उन्होंने कहा था ये बात. आप जाकर वहां क्यों बात करते भाई? आप नंदिनी की बात करना था, आप वहां जाकर अमूल की बात करते हैं. देखिए, हर प्रदेश में लोगों को उनका एक अपनी रीजनल एफिनिटी होती है और आप उसको छीन नहीं सकते. बीजेपी देश में ही चाहती है कि एक आइडियोलॉजी, एक कल्चर, एक भाषा रहे.
Now, Kannadiga groups went a step further. They destroyed packets of Amul products to protest the Gujarat cooperative's entry into Bangalore. The government, meanwhile, has largely been silent on the issue. They haven't backed Amul or castigated it. Chief Minister Bommai says the backlash against Amul will make it hard for Nandini to penetrate other markets. Listen in.
नंदिनी ब्रांड है, कर्नाटक का जबरदस्त है और हमारी सरकार है ना, तभी उनका कांग्रेस के सरकार में प्रोक्योरमेंट कम था, हमारा डबल हो गया है, प्रोडक्शन डबल हो गया है, मार्केट डबल है और हम पूरा देश भर हम ये कर रहे हैं. ये चुप्पी इलेक्शन के टाइम पे ये राजनीति कांग्रेस और जेडीएस कर रहे हैं, इस बातों में कुछ मतलब नहीं है.
Okay, let's keep politics aside and look at the facts of the matter, because facts are important. The Karnataka Milk Federation is the second biggest dairy cooperative in this country. The state produces more than 73 lakh litres of milk against a demand of 45 lakh litres. Plus, Nandini has a distinct price advantage as well. That toned milk is actually the cheapest packaged milk in India. Their toned milk is sold for around 39 rupees per litre in Bangalore. Compare that to Amul's price. 1 litre of Amul's toned milk is around 54 rupees in Delhi and 52 rupees in Gujarat. So Nandini is a lot cheaper for consumers. One reason for this cheap price is the incentives given out by the state government to dairy farmers. That incentive put together, milk producers in the state get an incentive worth 1,200 crore rupees from the government, which is why the milk is cheaper. Having said that, recent supply chain issues have become a problem. Despite the scale of production in rural Karnataka, Bangalore has reported shortages. Right now, products like paneer and ghee are said to be in short supply. KMF's managing director has promised to resolve these hiccups, but the fact is, Karnataka's dairy self-sufficiency cannot be taken for granted. Enter Amul, arguably the biggest and the most recognized Indian dairy brand. Amul brings with it a lot of pedigree and quality. Many customers have also welcomed the announcement, saying it will increase competition and perhaps bring down prices even more. But critics say it's a predatory strategy. They say Amul and Nandini are cooperative societies and not profit-hungry companies. So Amul is being accused of violating the unwritten rule of cooperatives, which is entering a neighboring market. As for the political controversy, it was waiting to happen. Amul, hailing from Gujarat, will always be associated with the BJP and Prime Minister Modi. And this being election season, the opposition was bound to weaponize this issue. Plus, Home Minister Amit Shah had made a rather controversial pitch last year, saying that Amul and Nandini should quote-unquote cooperate. Now remember, Amit Shah is also the Minister for Cooperative Societies. On December 30th last year, he said Amul and Nandini should jointly set up dairy counters in every village of Karnataka. The proposal was vehemently opposed by Kannadigas, after which it was dropped. So the question is, was Amul's Bangalore entry appropriate or even necessary? And can any company or cooperative be stopped from entering any market in a free country? That's what we are. I'm putting those questions to Amul's Managing Director, Jayen Mehta, who is joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Mehta, first things first, thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now. My first question is an obvious one. How's Amul viewing this whole Nandini versus Amul battle that is playing out in pole-bound Karnataka?
Okay, let me first clarify. It can never be Amul versus Nandini. It is always and will always remain Amul and Nandini. The reason is we are both cooperatives, we are both owned by farmers and work with the same values, philosophies and the business model. So one farmer cannot think of troubling other farmer in one way or another. So having said that, we have been working very closely and cooperating with each other on several things, and not just now, but for several decades in the past, and we will continue to do so.
Okay, when you say it's Amul with Nandini and not Amul versus Nandini, what exactly do you mean? I mean, you're entering a market where Nandini is the dominant player. Eventually, you will end up competing.
That in a way is right. But our entry into the fresh milk business of Karnataka is not recent. Way back in 2015, we launched our fresh milk in Bangalore, in Belgaum and Hubli region of North Karnataka. And ever since then, we have been selling there. And this is a recent attempt to only sell Amul milk and dahi, 2-3 SKUs through the e-commerce channel only. It is not an entry in the general trade segment, which is typically how fresh milk and milk products are launched. And we are also selling across the country. The second part, the differentiation is in pricing. We are selling milk to Bangalore customers at the same price at which we sell in Bombay, Delhi, or any other city of India. Compared to us, Nandini is selling at about 39-40 rupees a litre. Our curd is priced about 66-68 rupees a kg as compared to 47-48 rupees for Nandini. So in competition, pricing also matters. So if we had undercut that brand, then that perception of Amul trying to hurt the farmers of Karnataka would have been perhaps true. In this case, we were very clear. Nandini remains a strong brand. It has its own advantages in this market. And we would not compete with them head-on or in that way in any other fashion also. Because there are many more avenues of cooperation which we are doing and continue to do so. I'll give an example. We manufacture Amul ice cream at 3 ice cream factories of Karnataka with the milk of Karnataka farmers. And KMF has been doing this since 1998. So we have this relationship of manufacturing Amul ice cream with Nandini milk for last 25 years. And last year, we purchased close to 100 crore rupees worth of ice cream. A couple of years back during COVID, when there was no demand of milk and there was enough surplus milk available, not only in Gujarat, but in Karnataka and elsewhere, we supported the milk producers of Karnataka by manufacturing or getting about 5,000 tons of cheese worth about 200 crore rupees manufactured by them using Nandini milk, which we got to Gujarat and packed and sold as Amul cheese. I can quote many such examples of cooperation between our cooperatives. So that's why we want to assure you that we will never ever try to hurt the interest of the farmers of Karnataka and the consumers of Bangalore city. If they want Amul products at the pricing that we offer, we have made an attempt to sell it only to the quick commerce or e-commerce channels.
So, sir, you're saying two important things. A, you're saying price-wise you can't compete with Nandini because Nandini is much, much cheaper. In fact, it's the cheapest packaged milk in India. And secondly, you're telling us that you are not actually entering Karnataka now. You had entered North Karnataka in 2015, which is 8 years ago. Can I then ask you, given that Amul, you yourself are admitting, can never beat Nandini in Karnataka, why are you entering the market in the first place?
Okay, let me again rephrase. We entered Karnataka market with the same pricing and this model way back in 2015. So my milk in Taza Tone in Belgaum also is being sold at 54 rupees versus 40 rupees of Nandini. Okay. Bangalore launch was a test case of our trying to meet the requirements of the customers by a specific channel only. When you look at the search engines of the e-commerce platforms, or even for that matter, Google and Amazon, I mean, we can know what people are searching for. We spotted a distinct trend in which there was a set of customers who were searching for Amul milk, Amul dahi, etc. on those platforms. So we realized that now we have a plant which is about 100 kilometers closer to Bangalore. We will make an effort to make our products along with the butter cheese, ghee, Srikhand ice cream and about 50 products that we sell in the Karnataka market, and the Bangalore customers can get Amul fresh milk and curd. So this was a very, very simple, limited marketing objective we tried to achieve, and that's where we are currently.
So did you expect this sort of backlash? Then you're saying this was a simple marketing exercise and then comes this massive backlash in the middle of an election. Were you expecting this?
Yes, the response has been, obviously one did not expect this kind of a reaction, and like we keep launching our products in several cities and towns of the country. But here, at least the entire country has come to know that Amul is been looking at launching milk in Bangalore. But see, I would not criticize anyone. See, all those who have been a part of this storm are also perhaps customers of Amul. We respect them. It is their view to share their point of view. But I think once you come to know of the correct information that Amul and Nandini have been close collaborators, partners, and been cooperating together for several things, and Amul has no intention of hurting the farmers of Karnataka, I think people will see reason into it. People will see merit in the logic of cooperatives working together. There are a dozen private brands in Karnataka, so one more player actually doesn't harm anyone. But Amul definitely for sure is not going to hurt anyone in Karnataka.
Okay, you've clarified that. I just want to ask you this question point blank because there has been some to and fro over it. Despite the controversy, Amul will be coming to Bangalore, right? You're not backtracking.
I see no reason why we should be even thinking about that, because it's a very, very limited effort. We know we are very clear about our objectives. Our intentions are very clear. We are very transparently coming across and telling what we have been doing. And it's the consumers of Bangalore will decide how much and what they want to buy from us. But our process and method is exactly what I mentioned. And that's what is the route going to be. It is not a mass marketing effort. It is a very simple example of niche marketing, targeting a specific audience, which is buying milk on these platforms, and that's about it.
But what will you say to dairy farmers who are already planning a protest later this month? And then you have Bangalore's hoteliers who are saying, we will simply not use Amul products.
Starting with the customers, the hotel users are definitely strong users of Amul butter, Amul cream, Amul cheese, and a variety of Amul long life products for sure. It makes sense for them to buy only Nandini milk, because we are not going to supply milk to that channel in any case. So their boycotting is a question which is actually a hypothetical one, because if milk is not going to be made available through the fresh milk route channel of hotel restaurants catering division, obviously, even if they boycott, they're boycotting something which is not going to be anywhere available to them. But to the farmers, as I mentioned to you, if we have been working with Nandini for last 25 years to manufacture our most value-added premium product called ice creams using the Karnataka milk, they can very well understand that our intentions are always right. During COVID, when there was no demand of milk, we used their surplus milk to manufacture cheese at their plants and buy it. So there are many such examples in which we have been closely working with Nandini. Nandini wanted to put a flavored milk plant. They came to our facilities. We showed them our plant, our technology, our know-how, and they created an exactly replica of the same plant. And in the market, they are competing with us. So if there was a spirit of competition, we would not have even given them access to our plants and facilities. But we did that because we know that if two cooperatives work together, we can keep the private and the multinationals out. So the farmers know this very well. They always understand that the other farmer will always support and not try to hurt. And that's what Amul's stand has been, and not just Karnataka, everywhere across the country, wherever state we are marketing milk, we always ensure that the state brand or the local brand of that respective cooperative brand of that state, be it Saras in Rajasthan, Verka in Punjab, Sudha in Bihar, all these brands continue to be strong, dominate the market, and Amul and the local brand work together to build the market and grow the market.
So you are telling me that the cooperatives are cooperating with each other, but the politicians are the ones who are curdling the milk.
I would not comment on that, but I can only make my stand very clear that as a cooperative, we will work for the farmers and the consumers to make the country better and strong.
So my final question to you, here you are defending Amul's decision to enter Bangalore, right? But should you have to do this? Should you have to be defensive about Amul entering any state or city in this country? This is a free market. Do you think that this degree of protectionism is required?
I would not call it protectionism, because Honorable Chief Minister on the very first day gave the statement that Amul is welcome in the state. So if the Honorable Chief Minister makes a very clear statement that there is no issue in that, I mean, we would not view it from a different lens at all. Yes, people have a right to make their point of view, given that we are a democracy. But then it's our responsibility also to make the stand very clear and clear the noise by presenting the facts. And I'm thankful to you for this opportunity to share the views. But then I'm sure the wiser council will prevail. Farmers understand what is in best interest of them, and obviously consumers get a chance to try out a new product. So in future, I'm very sure it's going to be a win-win situation, irrespective of what's happening on right now.
Jayen Mehta, MD of Amul, thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now and speaking about the raging controversy in election-bound Karnataka. Thank you very much. We've heard from the MD of Amul. Now let's hear from the people of Bangalore. I'm going straight across to my colleague Neha, who is joining us live from a Nandini booth. Neha, it's over to you. What are people making of this controversy? Unnecessary, or do they think there is some substance to it?
Well, Well, Shreya, we've been on this story for about 3 days now, and the controversy just doesn't seem to die down. We spoke to several people over the past 3 days, and most of who echoed the same sentiment that, it doesn't really matter to them whether it is Nandini, whether it is Amul. The fact is that they want quality milk at a good price. Now, that is what one section of people said. Now, if you talk about the other section, of course, they're quite convinced over here that, they aren't going to be going for anything except Nandini. We are at, the Nandini Parlour right now that's attached to the KMF for the Karnataka Milk Federation. And, of course, the fact over here is that many of these people over here, even till, of course, the last shopkeeper, do have to say that it is going to be affecting their sales. Sir, just... Shreya, I'm going to try and quickly speak here to someone who's been running this booth for quite a few years now. Sir, अगर आप आज बता सकते हैं कि नंदिनी और अमूल का ये पूरा जो कंट्रोवर्सी चल रहा है सर, अभी अमूल का कर्नाटका में पहले से सेल हो रहा है सर 2017 से, लेकिन अभी ये जो और प्रॉम्प्ट सेल्स करने वाले हैं उससे आपको सर कितना असर पड़ेगा सर? नंदिनी डेयरी फार्मर्स को, सेलर्स को कितना असर पड़ेगा सर?
ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಅದು ನಮ್ದು ಈಗ ನಂದಿನಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಂದಿನಿ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಅಮೂಲ್ ಅವರು ನಂದಿನಿಗೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಹಾಲು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನೇ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಬರೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ನಂದಿನಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಈಗ ನಮ್ದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಉತ್ಪನ್ನಗಳು ದೊರಕ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಖಂಡಿತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹಸುಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐತಲ್ಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಕವರಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹಾಲು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ.
To quickly translate what he said is that Amul entering Karnataka, would of course have a drastic impact on the farmers. He says that, the fact that Nandini's production has come down a little bit over the past, couple of days is what has now prompted Amul to jump at this opportunity and, sort of try and make a whole controversy out of this. We're going to try and speak to, of course, one person here who's come to possibly, buy some products. Sir, if I can just ask you, sir, very quickly, the whole Nandini versus Amul controversy has, taken the whole state by storm. I want to ask you, sir, for the people of Karnataka, does it matter if they're consuming Nandini or Amul, or is it just that, people only want Nandini, or is it that you would be okay having Amul coming in here, giving milk maybe at the same price, same quality?
Yeah, right now Nandini is famous in Karnataka, as my opinion. So it's up to their end customers how they are expecting the product, like quality, everything it matters, right? Since from the beginning, Nandini's brand, it's famous, even in quality as well as price they are charging for the products. So we are happy with product what Nandini is providing right now. Okay. So they are top one.
Sir, there is a huge political war that has erupted over this. The BJP and the Congress are slamming each other. Congress is saying that the Prime Minister and the Home Minister are trying to impose Gujarat's co-operative, Amul in Karnataka. The Congress is, going on to say that Nandini's farmers will get affected by this. As a common man, I want to ask you, is this just the politics, or is there actually an issue for the people that matters here?
So it may be because of the politics also, because so many people will be involved. So we don't know, right, what background is going on. So it's completely, as per my opinion, it's like completely impacting to the customer, like farmers, agriculture family who are totally background, very poor family. So for them, it's definitely a lot of impact. Okay. So it's better to only support Nandini in Karnataka, at least.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, Shreya, one more voice now of, someone, of course, before we end this. Sir, hi, if I can ask you, today the people in Karnataka are, of course, primarily buying Nandini milk. Now, Amul has said that they want to enter Karnataka's market as far as milk is concerned. For the people of the state, does it really matter whether it is Nandini or Amul, or is it just that, politicians are playing this political blame game, because it is the election season?
Actually, we support for Nandini. We don't want Amul to enter in this. Like, it affect farmers, who's totally depend upon milk. It will affect farmers. So it's like we don't need Amul.
Okay. Amul milk has been selling in Karnataka since 2017. Of course, while it's not as popular as Nandini here, the milk has been selling. And now Amul has come forward and said that they would not be, selling in the conventional channels such as shops and supermarkets. They would be marketing through a different channel, maybe online. So will this really have such a big impact on the farmers? Are people going to be willing to support Amul when it comes?
Yeah, obviously it will impact on the farmers now. obviously. So what the thing is,
Then let
we
us
don't
wrap
want
that up.
Amul in this, and we support Nandini only.
Okay.
It's good.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you. Well, Shreya, of course, quite a mixed bunch of voices over there. While many people are of the opinion that, yes, it's all right for Amul to, enter Karnataka. It is an open market. There are several others, who've quite categorically gone on to state that, there should not be any entry of any other brand here because that would, of course, go on to affect the dairy farmers of Karnataka. Well, this comes even as the farmers have announced a massive protest on the 19th of this month, marching from Mandya to Bangalore. So we'll really have to wait and see where the end to this controversy lies.
Okay, Neha. Not anytime soon. We leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. That was Neha reporting to us from a Nandini booth in Bangalore, telling us what citizens of Bangalore think about the entire controversy playing out. Now, a quick word from politicians. Prashant GS is spokesperson of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. Nagaraju Yadav, spokesperson of the Congress, joining us. And Madhava Narayan is a senior journalist joining us on the broadcast as well. The charge against the Congress party, Mr. Nagaraju Yadav, is that you're curdling the narrative in Karnataka over milk. Amul is very clearly saying this is a niche marketing effort. We are not launching big scale or large scale. Our entry is not going to impact Nandini because we are only going to be selling online. Then why this unnecessary controversy which is being drummed up by the opposition in Karnataka, by the JDS and the Congress?
Good evening, Shreya ji. It is not online or offline or big market or a small market. It's a pride of Karnataka, and every Karnataka farmer is feeling that Nandini is his own brand. Every Kannadiga in Karnataka and every citizen who is living in Karnataka feels Nandini is their brand. It's a pride of Karnataka. When the matter has been question of pride comes, we will not keep quiet. Is the question what Congress has raised, because the farmers' voice is that and Kannadiga's voice is that. Now what we are saying is it's not a business issue at all. It's a matter of cooperative societies, how they have to work. Now the Karnataka cooperative KMF has been organizing it here. Why have we not started in Gujarat? Why have we not done it? Because they have to support their farmers and we have to support our farmers. They also raised an issue in the way Amul MD was talking that he was not serious at all. He was trying to talk and laugh at the issues what's happening. It's a very serious matter for state of Karnataka because we believe in a cooperative movement in Karnataka and we have set an example to the country what the cooperative movement is about. And what we are saying is that Amul, we have given a space for Amul in KMF to manufacture byproducts of milk. We have no objection to it. We definitely support that. But the idea is that the milk is the one which directly purchased from the people, and the curds and the milk is directly connected with the farmers as such, and they are having a life into it, and they're making a life out of it.
Mr.
And
Yadav,
to become a lifeline of the farmers, and we want to
Mr.
protect
Yadav,
that interest. And BJP,
Mr. Yadav, listen. Fact is, why create a hue and cry about it now? When did Amul enter the market in Karnataka, specifically North Karnataka? It entered the market in 2015. Yes, you can come in. But Mr. Nagaraju Yadav, the Congress will have to answer this question. Why are you creating a hue and cry now? 7 years ago, 8 years ago, just a minute, sir. 8 years ago is when Amul enters the market in North Karnataka. Then you keep quiet. Now there is an election year. There is hangama over nothing.
No. Why we started the issue is when the Home Minister of the country came to Mandya in December month and he started speaking about alignment with Amul and Nandini, and he said that that is an issue was propped up when the Home Minister of the country is going between. No, this is not right. Let me complete it. The Home Minister of the country.
Ek minute. Prashant, he's making a point. Prashant, he's making a point. I'm going to come to you on that point. So let's listen to him.
They want to go against the farmers of Karnataka, the pride of Karnataka today. Why did Amit Shah came and spoke about Amul should be Amul and Nandini issues in Mandya dairy farm inauguration? It is all started by the BJP. It is not by the Congress.
Okay, Mr. Yadav. Okay. Prashant GS, respond to that. Why did Mr. Amit Shah have to come to Mandya and say there will be an alignment between Nandini and Amul, that there will be a sort of merger? If you say things like that, obviously tempers will be ignited.
Shreya, I would answer the question in two parts. Firstly, Coming to Amul foraying into Karnataka, as the Amul's MD pointed it out, they have entered Karnataka market in 2015 or 2017 when the Congress government was in power in Karnataka. They did not even bother to raise the issue. And because they have anyway no concerns for the farmers here. Also, you have Arogya, Heritage, Dodla, Datsun, which are of different states which are being sold in Karnataka now. Amul is also entering the online marketing through the online route at 57 rupees a litre as against Nandini's 39 rupees. So therefore, at no point in time, a common man would purchase Amul at all. So Amul is free to enter. As you rightly pointed out, it's a free market. Amul can always enter, but our farmers are not going to be left high and dry at all. For the reason that all our hotels are going to use Nandini milk only, and all our consumers firmly stand behind Nandini. And Nandini is a proud Kannada brand or a Karnataka pride of Karnataka. That definitely Congress and JDS is only trying to politicize the issue by creating a controversy where there exists no controversy. And in so far as the statement of the Home Minister Amul Shah is concerned, Yadav, please wait. Yadav, please wait. You have this knack of always interrupting.
Let Prashant finish.
What was the statement made by Amit Shah in Mandia?
Yadav, please wait. Yadav, please wait. Yadav, please wait. I'm answering that. What was Amit Shahji's statement in Mandia? He was only talking about technological collaboration for the betterment of technology in advancement of milk procurement and dairy strategies to ensure that the production of milk happens in a better way, the storage happens, the pasteurization happens. Once technology comes in, the product always becomes better. At the end of the day, the product becomes better.
He had
farmers'
hidden agenda of bringing Amul to Bangalore.
He never spoke about... Yadav, please wait. Yadav, please wait.
No,
Yadav, don't do this.
You cannot mislead the people.
Shreya, let me complete. Yadav, you can't do this, man. Yadav, every time you're doing this.
You cannot do that.
Yadav,
Mr. Yadav, this is not right. Mr. Yadav, this is not right. You're spokesperson of the Congress party. Please behave like a spokesperson. We do not want anyone to hijack a debate. I've heard your point of view. I'm now listening to the BJP's point of view. Please let them speak. They have as much right to speak on this channel as the Congress does. Please let him finish. Mr. Prashant, my question to you is simple. Please answer this very quickly. Why did the Home Minister have to make a statement in Mandya where he suggested that there should be an alignment between Nandini and Amul? The statement has got misinterpreted or rightly interpreted, and therefore the controversy. Therefore the conspiracy theories that the Congress and the opposition in Karnataka are talking about.
Firstly, understand the context in which the statement was made. He was only referring to the technological advancement and technology being in alignment with each other. And the best of the technology, if available with Amul, Karnataka should use it and vice versa. Why should one particular farmer union like KMF not have the benefit of the advanced technology if Amul is using it? Definitely there's no harm in using advanced technology which would result in better production and at the end of the day better income to the farmers. Congress and JDS is only trying to politicize the issue at the election moment, realizing that they've lost ground, that they're not gaining any seats. They're only trying to politicize the issue and create a controversy there none exists, and they're trying to instill fear and doubts amongst the farmers and people that BJP is trying to do something which is wrong. I want to clarify on record that BJP always stands for the farmers, and in fact Nandini or KMF has progressed well in BJP's tenure than how it was in Congress tenure.
You know, fact is that Amul cannot even expect to compete with Nandini given the prices. Across segments, Nandini is at least 8 to 10 rupees cheaper than Amul. So Amul cannot even hope to compete in Karnataka's market. Amul is accepting that. And they are saying this is a limited marketing opportunity. 1 minute. But what is unfortunate is that this protectionism that is being shown. This protectionism will not do. Fact is, this is a free market. And if Amul wants to come into Karnataka or Sikkim or Uttar Pradesh or any other state in this country, no one should be creating a hue and cry about it. They have every right, whether it is in a limited manner or whether it is in a full-scale manner, to enter any market they wish to and compete, for heaven's sake. Let me get Madhavan Narayan into this controversy as well. Mr. Narayan, is this much ado about nothing, as Shakespeare had once famously said? I mean, Amul has clarified, you've heard from the politicians. Is the politicians, according to you, curdling the milk in Karnataka, as it were? Though I love paneer.
No, I think, Shreya, you have to consider the... can you hear me? Yeah. The context is very clear. Let me take you to Kerala, where Mr. Amit Shah described Onam, the festival of Malayalis, as Maman Jayanti and got into trouble because he heard the pride of Malayalis who have an alternative narrative on Onam and the King Mahabali. Similarly, analogically, Karnataka has Nandini as not just as a cooperative union, but also as a brand. And Mr. Jayen Mehta, who I was listening to, sounded very patronizing about Nandini. And both Mr. Amit Shah's statement in December as well as Mr. Jayen Mehta's interview to you conveyed a big brother attitude which seems to have hurt the Karnataka people, or at least the farmers and the cooperatives. Because imagine a situation where Mr. Amit Shah comes and says, look, Nandini is such a great brand and you're living in the IT's capital of India. Why can't we create technologies here and go to a global market as a joint venture? If instead of that you say Amul will teach something to Nandini by bringing better technology, it smacks of a big brother attitude, a patronizing attitude. And in feminist analogy, like you have mansplaining, this is not-splaining. As if trying to say Gujarat model is better and we are trying to teach you little kids out there. You're not treated as an equal and you're treated like a big brother telling a younger brother. That somewhere kindles a north-south divide which is no longer valid because the south has moved ahead. Now it's time for Karnataka to teach Amul maybe the use of technology. That is not figured in the conversation at all. The other thing is, Amul is, let's face it, a competitor to Nandini, like you have in our mother dairies competing with Amul in the Delhi market where every day I go. So please understand, where was the need for Mr. Amit Shah to speak on this issue at all? Because the moment he touches it, it becomes political. Because that is where he could have left the commercial logic of Nandini, which is already, by the way, Nandini and Amul have already a commercial relationship. They are there is a nice Silicon Valley expression which your Bangalore viewers are aware of. It's called co-opetition. You can have an Android phone with a OneDrive, which is Microsoft. So you might be competing at one level and cooperating at another level. Let that be a commercial decision. Where was the need for Mr. Amit Shah to say this? Because it sounds, there's a body language that Mr. Amit Shah exudes. Like, say, let me, you kids, northerners, explain and guide you. No, you come and learn from us. That's what the South is telling the North from now. No, today the Dravida model is countering the Gujarat model.
It's a North versus South controversy.
There should be
it's a Gujarat versus Karnataka
the body
narrative.
Language should be of equals.
It's playing out in an election year. Okay. Okay. I think you made your point. We'll leave it there for the moment because I don't think this controversy is dying out anytime soon. Completely out of time, Prashant. Thank you very much. Mr. Yadav, thank you very much. And Madhavan Narayan, thank you very much for your views as well. I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more coming up on the other side. We have a constituency profile coming up for you from Bangalore. Do stay with us.
In association with Renault Kiger, sporty, smart, stunning.
In association with IDFC First Bank, always you first.
Pull up the flicks and I take it on gear. Pull up the hands and I feel more beer. I dig a don. I sick a don. Take it on the row and the show and the pull up the flicks and
Volkswagen Virtus, German engineered for unmatched safety.
ये लैपटॉप ले लूं क्या? Remember college debating champion फलक? मेरी ex flatmate? हाँ, जिसने फ्लैट में सिर्फ तेरे साथ डिबेट की, जस्ट ने इतनी टची थी वो कि किसी चीज को टच ही नहीं करने देती थी। मॉइस्चराइजर टच करने के लिए कौन सॉरी बुलवाता है? हाँ? HP पवेलियन ले ले। असाइनमेंट्स, डिजाइन, कैसे भी एडजस्ट कर, कुछ भी टच कर।
HP Pavilion with 2-in-1 convertible multi-touch screen.
तुम बॉडीगार्ड तो नहीं हो, पर तुमने हमारी रक्षा की है। तुम डॉक्टर तो नहीं हो, पर तुमने हमारी जिंदगी बचाई है। तुम टीचर तो नहीं हो, पर तुम्हारे कारण हम स्कूल आ पाई हैं। तुम सिर्फ शौचालय नहीं, हम गरीबों के लिए इज्जत घर हो।
जिस शौचालय की बात करने में कभी झिझक होती, वो शौचालय आज देश की सोच का अहम हिस्सा हो गया।
स्वच्छ भारत की आदत के साथ आओ बनाएं नया भारत।
Hello Kia, open the sunroof please. Sunroof opening.
Open sunroof.
Design so unique. Everyone is inspired. Kia, movement that inspires.
प्रोडक्शन भरपूर बढ़ेगा, प्रॉफिट भी अब खूब चढ़ेगा, काम को नई दिशा दिखाकर अपनाएंगे Z।
Register for MSME Z certification today.
सुन, इक्विटी में इन्वेस्ट कर, ग्रोथ का है चांस।
सुन, डेट में है लो रिस्क, बात मेरी मान।
अरे बेटा सुन, गोल्ड सिर्फ गोल्ड, भैया ने भी यही किया।
सुन, अब तू कंफ्यूज मत कर यार। अरे मतलब सुन, सबकी कर मल्टी मतलब मल्टी एसेट एलोकेशन फंड्स, यानी 3-in-1 फंड। ये इक्विटी, डेट, गोल्ड तीनों में एक साथ इन्वेस्ट करें। म्यूचुअल फंड निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। योजना से जुड़े सभी दस्तावेज ध्यान पूर्वक पढ़ें।
Welcome back. It's now time for our special segment on Battle for Karnataka, where we travel across key constituencies in India's IT capital, Bangalore, to bring to you the citizens' pulse from the ground on issues that matter the most. Today, our focus is on Malleshwaram. Malleshwaram is a quaint locality in the northwest part of the city and is home to old Bangalore charms and iconic eateries. This locality was developed right after the plague outbreak of the 17th century. It is also said that Malleshwaram is one of the 2 Bangalore suburbs that inspired R.K. Narayan's fictional town of Malguri. You will see Dravidian-style temple architecture and old houses, almost like a chapter from R.K. Narayan's book. That's enough art and architecture. Let's discuss politics now. Population here is little over 2 lakhs, where Vokaligas and Brahmins are the dominant communities. Karnataka's Brahmins have been up in arms against the Bommai government's bid to reallocate 6% EWS quota to Vokaligas and Lingayats lately. Will the resentment hurt the vote bank? That we'll get to know, of course, eventually. Moreover, BJP's incumbent MLA, also a minister in Mr. Bommai's cabinet, Dr. C. Ashwath Narayan, is hoping for another win here. He seems to have retained the edge this time too through his work and accessibility. True or not, again, time will tell. Meanwhile, take a look at this special report about the constituency.
Over 135 years of rich heritage, and the Malleshwaram constituency in Bangalore still happens to be one of the most frequented and oldest constituencies. Envisioned during the time of King Chamaraj Vodeyar, when the plague had started to spread across the city in the 17th century, and there was a need for more developed and suburban layouts. With that being said, in this special, we took a walk around the Malleshwaram constituencies. We visited temples, South Indian joints, walked across, areas with the green cover that's been retained, spoke to several people and tried and understood a little bit about what their problems are. Now, the voting population of this constituency is almost over 2 lakh. It has been a stronghold of the BJP, primarily because it has been a Vokkaliga and a Brahmin belt. However, going into the elections this time around, Are the people of this constituency happy? What problems have they faced? With the incumbent MLA having a 3-year term, is he going to get voted back to power? Or are the youth today looking for a change? Well, we bring you all this and more.
I would say I'm neutral. I'm neither very happy nor very unhappy. Malleshwaram always has had his good points and the bad points. Malleshwaram is very, very green, if you can see. And they maintain it green, thankfully. And but the crowd has been, and it has become very, very crowded nowadays because of the increase in population. But that infrastructure has not been able to keep up with that.
People want change, but there should be a good candidate for, If the opponent should be a good candidate, otherwise naturally vote for Ashwath Narayan only.
Yes, I think the main issue that we are looking for to resolution is that we want council elections to be held. Because right now we haven't had council elections for more than 2 years, and which means that the MLA is responsible for all the work that is to be done in the ward or in the constituency, and that's really an impractical kind of a situation.